Welcome to Sunday Healing. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's reading is going to be on what gifts did your ancestors, your family line, give to you. So, what did you inherit from your ancestral line? So, I have 3 piles for you to choose from. I'm going to show you the piles and then I'll meet you at your pile. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Hi, pile 1. You chose this lipstick. So let's take a look at what gift did you inherit from your family line. So we have meditation, which is the hangman. We have the butterfly. It says relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. We also have the death card. We have the 9 of Wands, the change, and privileged lady. So pile 1, first thing I'm seeing here is you have 2 9s, 9 9. So some of you recognize this synchronicity, and you also have 12 12. Okay, so pile 1, let's take a look at your cards and see what gifts have you inherited from your ancestors. You guys are very good at evolving, at growing, at creating a new self every time you go through death and rebirth. When things end, when a phase in your life ends, you know that a new beginning is coming, especially with the butterfly. So you have reinvented yourself during this lifetime, during past lives, in many ways, and you had to go through probably a lot of challenges, but you never gave up. And this comes from your family. You guys could have had ancestors who lived through very difficult situations. I'm also hearing difficult weather conditions. So these people could have lived at the top of the mountains in places where it's really cold or really hot, and they had to deal with weather changes, and they didn't have the abilities to handle that, but they never gave up. There was a lot of challenges and a lot of difficulties to keep on moving through, but they actually kept on moving through the challenges and then never gave up. So you have inherited that from them, that you're able to evolve, you're able to go to the next phase. It's like every time something ends, you know a new beginning is coming your way. And many of you take that in a very calm way because you have gone through this many times in your life already, even in this lifetime, pile 1. You have the ability here, pile 1, to heal. I don't know if any of you has explored your healing abilities, whether they are like conventional medicine, it could be through alternative medicine alternative, maybe even I'm hearing herbal therapists, herbalism, any kind of healing here. I'm seeing that because of the Nine of Wands here. This always reminds me of Chiron. So the healer here. You guys could have a strong placement here with your Chiron in your birth chart. And Chiron represents the wounded warrior. So it's the place in your birth chart that represents your wound, but it also represents how you can heal others. Almost like an Achilles heel. You guys have inherited something that is bringing out your healing abilities. A lot of it has to do with your ability to empathize with others, to have compassion. We have death here, and with this death card, you help you heal others by helping them go through transitions, whether it is an actual death. So some of you, it is about I'm hearing death doulas really going through the process of death, the transition of death. There is a sense that you guys have the ability to bring calm, peace to others who are going through that transition. Or it could also be a metaphorical death. So ending something is always difficult. Going through an ending is always difficult, and you're very good at calming people, helping them find peace within, helping them let go of the struggles, accept the transition, accept the ending, and know for sure that this change is bringing a new beginning. There is a sense here, Pile 1, that you have the ability to stay alone. You accept solitude in a way that you know it's very healing, and it brings you to a neutral state, a peaceful state. It really connects you back to yourself. So that's another thing you have inherited, the ability to stand alone, even when there are challenges, the ability to go within, connect with yourself, and find acceptance and trust in that way. Pile 1, I'm also picking up here, you guys could have also inherited in this pile the ability to heal so many people through your prayers, through your ability to meditate for them, pray for them, connect them to spirituality. So you have the ability to maybe inspire them to connect with their guides, inspire them to connect to their own spirituality, their own maybe religious beliefs. The privileged lady here, Pile 1. I have to say, when I saw this card, the first thing I picked up from it is you are unique, Pile 1. In your ancestral line, you have inherited the fact that you're different. You're unique, and I don't want to use that word that everybody's using, chosen, but this is what I'm picking up. I don't know how else to describe it. This could be a bit of a curse because there is big responsibility, especially with the death card. This is strong scorpionic energy, so your ability to heal, your ability to bring comfort, your ability to help others through difficult situation is also very difficult on you, because that energy, you're going to have to transmute it. But it's your privilege. It's your privilege because, you know, somehow I am picking up that you've been chosen, or you have that ability because your ancestors trust that you are able to transmute that energy, that you're able to do this. Almost like this wouldn't have been given to you if they didn't trust the fact that you're able to carry it on and use it to help others. So you might see that you're very different from your siblings, different from your parents, and even though sometimes this isolates you, because we have a lot of nines, 9 is the number of the hermit, so this isolates you, maybe single you out, but it's also your gift. It's also a privilege to be able to do that. I'm also picking up that some of you here, pile 1, you could have inherited money, resources, financial resources from your ancestors that you're not necessarily aware of. I am getting land, maybe properties, land, something like that, that you haven't, either you're not aware of or you haven't really explored. Yeah. So almost like something that is not completely revealed to you when it comes to that. I'm hearing a sum of money, a lump of money, maybe a land that maybe is hidden right now. Pile 1, some of you have here ancestors who were nomadic. They lived nomadic lifestyles. They never really stayed in a place for a very long time. They had to move for whatever reason. You know, it could be conditions like weather conditions, lack of food, lack of water in places where it was very tough to live, and they had to move and change location. And in that way, you guys have inherited that. The fact that at some point you need to move forward. For example, let's say you stay in a job for a couple of years, 3 years. After that, it's like you kind of understood what you're doing, kind of learned everything that you needed to learn from it, and you move forward. You don't stay stuck. If you do have to stay stuck, sometimes it is necessary for whatever reasons, for whatever practical reasons that you guys could have. This actually requires you to find the resources inside to grow in other ways. So let's say you're stuck in the, let's say, job, but because you know it's going to be important for you to continue evolving, to get to the next stage or phase of your life, because you're someone who goes through a lot of death and rebirth. With the butterfly, you're going to start transforming another part of your life. Could be personal, could be picking up a hobby, another skill, could be learning something, but you never stay stagnant. You never stay still in a spot, whether it is a physical spot or figuratively. I want to take a little bit more cards for you, pile 1. I want to see a little bit more. What else have you inherited from your ancestors? Let's take a look at the things that you really don't know. Okay, let's see hidden traits, hidden blessings that you have inherited from your ancestors that you're going to be able to use, or you should be able to use, or you should learn to, you know, focus on or develop. Let's take this one. And okay, we have 2 here. So pile 1, we have 4 in total. My God, we have 5. Okay, it's very talkative here, pile 1. We have the 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 6 of Wands, a lot of Wands energy, all Wands, 3 of Wands, and the Warrior of Wands, which is the King of Wands. Gosh, my gosh, pile 1. What other hidden blessing did you inherit from your ancestors? Definitely passion, fire. We did talk about you not staying still. We did talk about you wanting to evolve, moving forward. But here, pile 1, I am picking up that you guys are action oriented. You're someone who's ambitious. You're someone who can move forward in a very strategic, determined, and even spontaneous way sometimes. You are someone who's able to plan, and whatever you plan is very successful. Very successful here, especially the Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands. You guys are able to handle so many different things, and you always find the fresh start. Again, you don't stay stuck. You always look for the fresh start that can open new doors for you. When things are going wrong, or let's say you just have too much on your plate, you're able to move forward and plan ahead, choose differently, start fresh. You believe in yourselves here, pile 1. And that way, it's like you're inspiring others with the King of Wands. King of Wands is definitely an inspirational character, a leader. You guys could have had someone in your family line that is represented by this King of Wands. Could have been a fire sign, doesn't have to, but it's someone who was very much admired. And I'm hearing humor, maybe charisma, definitely, possibly humor. But this person had presence when they show up in a room. Nobody can miss them. And this is something you picked up from this person here, pile 1. You picked that up from this ancestor here. This ancestor is actually present here in your reading, because this ancestor could be looking out for you, checking you out, seeing if everything is good. Especially when you're going through things that are difficult, heavy to process. This ancestor is still around you or tries to give you guidance. It could be one of your spirit guides here, pile 1. You guys are travelers. You're explorers. You know how to explore things the right way, pile 1. What I mean by the right way is you know how to use the information that you gain from your exploration, or the things you maybe traveled somewhere, maybe you learned something, maybe you took a class, maybe you explore things, and then you use it to your advantage. You use it to create opportunities for you. You use it to release things that are heavy, and you're always transforming, you're always evolving, you're always moving forward. This is hidden from you, pile 1? You guys, do you know this about yourselves? Let me know, please, in the comment section. Do you know how much you are? I'm also hearing a spiritual leader with this King of Wands. How much of a spiritual leader, how much of a spiritual inspiration you are to others who are surrounding you. Do you know this about yourselves? I want to know if you guys are, it does say that it's hidden, but if you guys are aware of it, or to the extent of this. Very powerful and very successful. I'm hearing whatever you put your mind on, you can accomplish. Your ancestors are very, very proud of you, and that's why the privileged lady was showing up, because you are privileged in the way that you received these gifts. So passion will always move you forward here, pile 1. You guys have a fire that no one can take away from you, that no one can turn off, even with a lot of practical things that could be happening around you. Maybe responsibilities. I'm also hearing a family. Some of you could have a family to take care of. You still never lose your inner fire, pile 1. Alright, pile 1, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to like. You can also subscribe. And I'll see you at another reading. Bye. Hi, pile 2, you guys chose this lipstick. So let's see, what gifts have you inherited from your ancestors? We have poverty, we have despair, we have the 8 of Swords, we have the 3 of Swords, we have the Lovers, paradise, which happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So pile 2, what have you inherited? From your ancestors. Okay, here I have to say, I do pick up right away the signs of the counselor, the signs of someone who's able to help others through despair, through heartbreak, through even poverty, and through mental illness, mental stuckness. You guys have the ability to guide others and find ways to help them see their happiness, find joy, find playfulness again, and expand to the next step, to the next phase of their lives. And this is something you've inherited here, pile 2. You might notice that you do attract a lot of those people who are going through a tough time. You might be the type of person that people open up to, that people who are going through difficulties, I'm also hearing unemployment, going through difficulties, who are trying to move ahead in life, and they feel every time something happens to them, even illness, like I said, poverty, heartbreak, people leaving them going through a lot of mental health issues for some. They speak to you freely, they open up to you, they are attracted to your light here, pile 2. Whatever challenges they're going through, they find comfort by speaking to you. They find that you guys have an open heart, that you don't judge them, that you somehow understand. So you guys could have yourself gone through at least part of these challenges in your own life, and you understand. You understand because you've gone through things like this. It doesn't have to be the exact same issue, but it's like you can't not understand. You get it. You just get it. So when people approach you, like I said, they feel comforted, they feel understood, they feel that they can speak to you without judgment, and they feel that even if you can't necessarily take them out of their misery, at least you're willing to listen. So this is your gift here, pile 2. This is an amazing gift. Many of you here could be actually counselors, mentors, guides, or you guys are exploring that. I'm hearing psychologist, psychiatrist, and this has been inherited from your family, pile 2. It has been inherited from your family because your family had, many members in your family had big hearts, really big hearts. They opened up their hearts to others. I see them, like I'm seeing this image of people in your family giving away their clothes, even if they needed them, even if they were poor themselves, giving away their clothes to whoever they felt needed it more, giving away their bread, giving away things that they themselves needed so badly, but met others who were in despair and helped them out of their big hearts. And you guys have inherited that, inherited the ability to almost see the big picture, and you have accumulated a lot of good karma because of this behavior. You have accumulated a lot of good karma. That's why I'm looking at paradise. We're talking here about like 3D paradise. We're talking about enjoying each other, playfulness, happiness, but I am also being pushed to think about actual paradise, after death. Paradise after death. So a lot of good karmic deeds have been done by your ancestors and by yourselves, and this is opening up the doors to paradise if you do have any kind of religious beliefs. Pile 2, I also pick up here, you guys, I have the ability to guide specifically people who are going through heartbreaks and issues when it comes to their love life. You guys are very good at maybe even picking up issues or picking up things that are going to happen, let's say, in their love life, in their connection, in their relationship, and showing them the truth, even though the truth can hurt. But you guys have this strong ability to see when an illusion is being presented to someone you care about, especially when it comes to their love life, to actually point it out and have the courage to say it, even if it hurts, even if it can actually, some of them, I do feel most of them, want to keep their eyes closed and pretend that, you know, it's not true, or that, you know, you're not really getting them. But deep down they know. And I feel that you guys have that intuition. I feel a lot of you actually pick it up because you observe people. There's a sense of you able to observe others. You look at the details. Some of you could have Virgo here in your chart, but you look at the details and you interpret them in the right ways. Yes, you do observe a lot others, and that is something you picked up from your ancestral line here, pile 2. It's like you can smell a rat. See this rat? You can smell a rat from far away, and you try to tell others, even if it does bring despair, sadness. You know that you're doing this for the highest good. I see here people who are very religious, who are people who are, I wouldn't say necessarily that you're practicing, you could be practicing religion, but you have faith. That's what I mean. You definitely have faith. You're someone that maybe you even always had faith since your childhood. You don't even know why, but you've always had faith. So you always relied on your heart, and you always trusted your beliefs. Even if people around you might have been different or trying to teach you different things, you really relied on yourself when it comes to your religious belief, your spiritual beliefs. Your faith is very strong here, pile 2. This is something you picked up from your family. You guys could have had people with very strong faith in your family, that have connected with so many people, who have actually brought a lot of healing to so many people, and brought comfort to those people who are surrounding them, their friends, their families. Pile 2, you're also someone who gets very personal with others. Like I'm hearing, it's not business, it's actually personal. So I don't know if this means something to you, but you guys get personal with others. So you go deep. You don't like superficiality. You're not into connections that are superficial. For you, going deep, connecting deeply with someone is what's worth it. The rest is really just illusions and things that are not really guiding you in the right way. So you connect on a deep level, and you do get personal. Even I'm hearing co-workers, even people who are not very close to you. You understand, by getting personal, there is depth, and by having depth with someone, you actually get to the truth. And you are someone who likes the truth. You care about the truth, even when it hurts. Pile 2. This is really admirable. Let's see what else, okay? Let's check anything else here. Let's ask for, we asked for pile 1, the ones that are hidden. So what inherited blessings are hidden that you can't really see? Look at this. What are the ones that are hidden? Okay, these two. We have a lot. Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, Queen of Swords. Wow, look at this. And the Five of Swords. Wow. Pile 2, hidden, inherited blessings here, pile 2. People cannot fool you here, pile 2. With this Five of Swords, I'm looking at the Queen of Swords, looking at the Five of Swords with her big sword. You are someone, yes, who have a big heart. I told you that in the beginning, big heart, and it comes from your family. Someone who can, because you have so much intuition and empathy. And with the Queen of Cups, I mean, there's no other queen that has such a big heart, okay? So you have inherited that, the ability to feel things very deeply and to trust your emotions. But with the Two of Swords, you're able to block things like that, block your emotions, or, you know, not necessarily block them, but disregard them when it's important. Especially the Queen of Swords. I have Libra energy here with the Queen of Swords, in order to follow your logic and cut out people, situations that are not for your highest good. This is something that you picked up from your family. The Queen of Swords is someone here. Maybe it is someone specifically. I'm hearing a grandma that could have been like that. Doesn't have to be. But this person, or this trait here from the Queen of Swords, is very strong. You do not tolerate BS. You do not tolerate people who will want to defeat you. So people who are trying to take advantage of this beautiful heart of yours, who think that because you have an amazing big heart and because you give so much, they can take advantage with this Five of Swords. They can actually, it's just they coming with low vibes, you know. It's like you're someone who's giving, you're someone who's an empath, you're open, you have an open heart, and they're coming with a low vibe. They're like, okay, let's take as much as we can, for example, you know, or let's, oh, you know, they're dumb, they're just following their heart, they're so dumb, they don't get it, and let's try to steal this from them, or let's try to cheat on them, or all that. Not only you feel it, you have the ability to sense it and feel it, but you can also block the emotional attachment you have for these people, the big heart in this case, and show up as a Queen of Swords and cut these people off, cut these situations away from you. This is an amazing way that has helped you move forward in life, has helped you, yes, protect yourself, protect your heart, but also value yourself. Because sometimes with the Queen of Cups, if we don't have a good balance with, you know, logic, we can fall in emotionality, overly sentimental, and even lose confidence in the fact that our feelings and emotions are important and need to be expressed and need to be valued, because people take advantage of it. So this Queen of Swords shows up here as an inherited ability that you've picked up from your ancestors that could be hidden for many of you, but it's there. It's there, and you have the ability to bring it out, to decide, make the choice of when this Queen of Swords needs to show up in your life and in which situation they need this actually characteristic of yours from your family needs to be expressed. All right, my beautiful pile twos, that's what I have for you. Please don't forget to like. You can also subscribe if you want. I love you guys so much. I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, pile 3. You guys chose this lipstick. Let's take a look at the abilities, the skills inherited from your ancestors. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. We have Message of Concern, Courtship, and we have Chaser, Codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. Oh, interesting. Pile 3. I do see some of the things coming from pile 1 and 2. Some of it is a little bit similar. So pile 3 is here. What abilities did you pick up from your ancestors here? Sorry for the interruption. 355 in the clock when I was leaving. So anyways, I am back. So what did you pick up here, pile 3, from your ancestors? Pile 3. You have gained something that is very valuable here. I'm looking at the Chaser. I'm looking at things here happening in terms of friendships, but also in terms of love. And maybe some of you in your childhood could have been a chaser, or even in a past life. But what you have right now, what you have inherited, and you have almost like mastered, or you have been able to manifest in your life, is the ability to stand up for yourself. To stand up for yourself and to be strong within your own boundaries and what you accept in terms of friendship and love, and not end up in codependency here, pile 3. You could have suffered from abandonment issues. You could have had those things very early on. But because you come from the ancestral line, you had to deal with it. You had to heal this. And this is something that could have been difficult. It was not an easy process. But you guys right now, I can see this from your cards, that any kind of Five of Swords behavior, so people who are not there for you, high school, whether it's friendship, co-workers, boss, I'm hearing family members, lovers, Five of Swords energy. So people who are trying to take advantage of you, who are putting you in a state where you feel, I'm hearing lower them, almost like non-confident, bringing you down. You don't tolerate it anymore. You know your value, your worth. And I'm hearing, I didn't get this far to be treated this way. And this is something you've inherited. So your family or your ancestral line could have suffered maybe from abandonment issues, and they had to deal with this wound, Nine of Wands. And they had to deal with it and really they came out strong at the end. You have the ability, I'm hearing, to say no. When something is not right for you, you have the ability to say no, which is something that many people right now can't do, or unable to do, or undecisive, or feel like they're going to be rejected. And this is not something that you base your decisions on anymore. Rejection, not being integrated in the group, you are able to stand alone. You're able to stand alone, and you're not afraid to fight back and to kind of move away and distance yourself when things are not right or don't feel right. And that's also something here I'm picking up, pile 3. You guys can feel when something doesn't feel right. So if this is hidden from you, when people are, let's say, courting you, trying to date you, but deep down all they want is for you to chase them, or all they want is a casual relationship. If that's not what you want, you know right away, you can sense it, you can feel it, and you are able to say no. You're able to choose yourself. This is something you have picked up from your ancestral line here, pile 3. You have the ability here, pile 3, to connect with people who are very different from you. Could be people who are maybe different cultures, different nationalities, different backgrounds. You have the ability to connect with them and to not just only connect with them, but to create strong connections, strong relationships with these people. Help them, and there is help here involved, because you guys almost lead by example. So they see you, or they learn about you going through a difficult time, and then able to really move forward and improve yourselves. And this is something that inspires others, people who are surrounding you. Your 3 of Cups, you know, could be friends, could be acquaintances, and I do sense that these people are very different from you. Maybe different background, different religions, different, I'm hearing, social status, and you inspire them. Pile 3, there is a sense that you inspire them to do better for themselves. They know that if you were able to do it, why not them? So you push them to evolve. You push them to change their attitude. They learn that, yeah, they can actually have their own confidence themselves. They can have their own growth. They don't have to rely on others. This is something they see in you. You definitely lead by example here, pile 3. And also hearing, pile 3, you have the ability to stand strong no matter what you've gone through. So some of you have been betrayed, and I'm hearing things might have been done to you that were very unfair, like clearly unfair, and everybody knew it, but still no one came out and said it. So you had the ability to go through this challenge, but still believe in yourselves, still believe that you can stand up again after that. It's like some of you, I have to say this, I'm picking up, like some of you could have lost something that really you cared about, or had to let go of a position, had to let go of something, maybe even a dream that you cared about, but you still stood up for yourself, and you still stood up again after falling. So some of you have gone through very difficult times, especially I'm hearing possibly mental health here. Mental health was challenged here, and you were able to stand up after depression, for example, after anxiety, after things that were very difficult for you to deal with. You were able to stand up again and to trust yourself and to move forward. Pile 3, you're also a charmer here, I have to say. I'm picking that up. I don't know who is your ancestor that gave you that skill, but you are a charmer. So people are charmed by you. It's like with this courtship, you guys have the ability to charm anyone. I don't know if it's the way you look, the way you dress, the way you behave, your smile. There is a charming effect about you, pile 3. So many people who are surrounding you, maybe other women, other men, it doesn't matter, are maybe not jealous, but threatened, definitely threatened when you show up. There is a charming sense of yours. It's like, even if you're not the best looking in the room, you just charm others, and it's natural. So this is definitely, yeah, it's picked up from a member of your family, and some people are very threatened by it. They don't know what to do. So you do have others looking at you in a very maybe envious way. You have that charm. It's like when you show up in a social setting, Even if you're an introvert, you're able to speak to others in a way that charms them, that makes them feel comfortable, that makes them feel seen. You're able to show up in a very good mood, even if things are very tough for you or you're going through a difficult phase. This is one of your gifts here, Pile 3. So you can choose anybody and charm them in a way that they forget about their problems. They remember how great it was speaking to you. Let's see more, Pile 3. Let's pick up more here. I looked for Pile 1 for the hidden, okay? The inherited traits that are hidden from you. And I really want you to confirm in the comments whether these are hidden or whether you know about them and you're already using them. So what are, okay, a lot of things are trying to fall. We have 2 that fell and we have this one. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Sun. I knew it. I was feeling Leo energy when I said charm. Leo energy, okay. And we have the Warrior of Swords, the King of Swords. So what are those inherited traits that are hidden from you, Pile 3? The first thing I am hearing, Pile 3, you have the ability to create finances, abundance, money through your mental process, your thought process, because you're very intelligent. You have the ability to speak clearly, to speak in a way that charms others, to speak or to write as well with the King of Swords. But your communication skills are very advanced here, Pile 3. This could be hidden from you. And it's yeah, with the Sun, you guys could really manifest a lot of success using that. Using that, especially the Sun and the Queen of Pentacles, you can actually create a lot of abundance for yourselves and happiness. I mean, a lot of joy to others as well, because it's a skill that's going to benefit you and people who are surrounding you. It's like you have something to communicate here, Pile 3. You have a knowledge. Some of you have studied this knowledge. Some of you have picked it up from, again, your ancestral line. But there is a sense of intelligence, very logical intelligence here, that you have, that many people can't even dream of having ever. And this is something that can actually create a lot of financial abundance, a lot of success in your life, and make you feel really comfortable, really, in a way that you're just comfortable. You're never going to need any money. You're never going to feel lack again with the Queen of Pentacles. This is hidden from you. So let me know in the comment section if you're aware of this. I'm hearing a book. Possibly you guys could be writing a book. You could be very successful. Whatever communication skill here that you have, even if you just start small, if you develop it, if you kind of reveal it, unveil it, and start working at it slowly, there is a chance of creating a lot of financial abundance for yourselves here, Pile 3. And you might not be fully aware of it here, Pile 3. And people need the knowledge you have to say, you have to give, you have within you. Okay, so don't think, this is what I'm hearing, but other people are doing it, or what is so special about what I have to say? It's not true. So don't think that. Actually, that's what's unique. That's why it is an inherited ancestral trait. It's only you. No other person in this world is like you. Okay, so it's only you who has that specific way, maybe of communicating, of writing, of speaking. It's only you. You have picked it up from your ancestors, and this is something that was given to you to manifest the financial abundance that they may have never been able to manifest for themselves. They may have never been able to do that, your ancestors, but they were already very smart, very intelligent. And maybe in their times, they didn't have the opportunity to do so. You guys have that. You have an opportunity right now to manifest this abundance. And it's an inherited trait that you need to use, and that could be hidden from you at this time, pile 3. It is you having to just take that step in confidence. Take that step in confidence, and then they will guide you through the next step. So first step, even if you're unsure, I'm hearing, even if it sounds silly, just take that first step. But you have to take the first step with a little bit of faith here. And then they will guide you, they will show you with the sun the next few steps. It's not going to be as dark or as complicated or as, how do you say that, blurry as you think. Actually, not at all. And you know, with this beautiful white panther, it is a unique trait of yours. Nobody else has it, pile 3. Nobody else has it. Don't think that what you're sharing is old news. It is not, okay? Really important that you pursue this, or at least start developing this, or start exploring this. I'm looking at this beautiful rabbit. This year is the rabbit year. It's all about fertility, abundance. So take advantage of this. Take advantage of this time. All right, pile 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please don't forget to like and subscribe too if you want, and I'll see you later.